It's no secret. It's plain to see. I love you, and you love me. It's no secret. You know it's true. You love me. I love you. The only time we seem to meet is in the middle of the night. Only then can I feel your heartbeat. Till something's not right. Together I see you and me, always and all time. But not everyone would agree. To them it's a crime. It's no secret. It's plain to see. Yes, I love you, and you love me. And it's no secret. You know it's true. You love me.
Hello and welcome to PsychCandy for Wednesday, June 8th. So happy to see you. Elizabeth, hope you're having a great week. Glad to see you back here. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. Everybody's just busy. Got a lot of things happening. I want to mention before I kind of get into today's show, Rocksteady's organized a 24-hour marathon that's going to be on Saturday. And I got to look again to see what the start time is. It was 24 hours long of some really great content. All the proceeds are going to go to charity. And I'm going to be posting up some information on that on my website as well. But definitely keep a watch here on Fireside. I'll be doing a special PsychCandy segment at 2 p.m. during that show, at which case I'm going to have Countywide Manhunt, which is Huck Taylor and Jesse Taylor, and they're going to be coming in and just kind of talking about a lot of their music. They're going to be sharing some live music, actually, and I got some other great guests that are going to be on there as well. So watch out for that. That's going to be on Saturday at 2 p.m. Anna, so good to see you, love. So I've been talking this week. We've been discussing aspects of relationships, aspects about trust. You know, how to redefine, redevelop, kind of how we approach people in our lives. And how do we approach? How do we approach friends? How do we approach when a relationship is just not maybe on point of where we want it? Do we sit that person down? Communicate? Are we operating in a, above board fashion? Or are we treating people like trash? And the sad part is that majority of people treat people like trash. We're not disposable. We are not disposable. This particular topic, when I wrote this topic, I didn't realize how much impact this particular thing was going to actually have in my own life. I've been made to feel disposable. I understand it. And I bet at some time or another, you've been made to feel disposable. Now, let me tell you something. It's not a good feeling. And it can do shit to your psyche. It can do stuff to your self-value system, to your self-awareness, to all of these things. Listen, we live in a world where people, even those that we once loved, well, they're treated as if they're disposable. Without even talking about the issue, we move away from friends and family who disappoint us. And without so much as a goodbye, poof, they're out of our lives. Now, I'm not saying that this is an inappropriate response if somebody's been abusing you or something. But being offended is different from being abused. And keep in mind that if your loved one did say something that ruffled your feathers, well, chances are he or she would be willing to probably apologize. If you just disappear without saying what went wrong, that person won't have the chance to make up for the pain that you felt and may still feel. And then you end up carrying that weight, don't you? This is why communication is important. These days, instead of making the effort to work things out, people just stop returning text, stop returning phone calls. And this might be easier than telling someone the truth about how you feel and why. But it's not going to give you the peace of mind and assurance that you're looking for. If you just disappear and ghost people, if you just all of a sudden, you're just gone, just block the person. What's it matter, right? Then you're not having to deal with it. Do you know what that does? If you do that, it makes you a shitty person. And guess what? You're welcoming that energy to come right back to you. And then people are going to start treating you that way. That's not good. But that's the premise, though. That's what people have formed now. That's normal. It's normal. When someone does something inappropriate, it can trigger many unpleasant feelings and memories, many of which may have nothing to do with that person. It's as if all those negative vibes were in one mental filing cabinet that you just simply push on top of anybody who hurts you. Do you know what that is? That's called projection. That's when you project onto somebody and they don't even know what's going on half the time. Because that's what happens in our brain. Rather than push away someone whom you've known for a long time or someone that you love, letting him or her know that you've reached your limit can help that person change for the better. And it can save your relationship. You'd be surprised by how many people can't say they have old friends because they've engaged in this disconnection pattern most of their lives. And it isn't emotionally healthy for you to do that. Relationships and friendships take effort, and nobody's perfect. None of us are perfect. We're all flawed. We make mistakes. We make bad choices sometimes. That's going to happen. And although it may be difficult for you to discuss your feelings with someone who's hurt you, and you may be scared to open the discussion, listen, it is the only way for you to resolve your issues. Listen, a few well-chosen words and taking the time to listen to one another could easily save your friendship or even your marriage. People are not disposable. If you've ever had the experience of cutting someone out of your life only to feel that great loss later on, you know what I mean. Family's everything. And for those who don't have one, our friends become that family. Having people in your life makes you feel stronger and validated. If you push them away, you're going to feel a loss as soon as that anger goes away. And it's much easier to hold on to positive feelings about the people in your life than to harbor the negative ones. Walking around with anger and hurt in your heart does not make your life a better place to be. So try some conversation before you say goodbye or stop texting. When you're upset, you may not realize the importance of old friends and loved ones, but in time, you always do. Listen, nobody is disposable. Nobody should ever feel or be treated as disposable. Not one single person. And the thing is, we've developed on a social surface here that, listen, people will be in relationships and that relationship might be going awry. And instead of sitting the person down and be like, hey, something's not right. Well, they just turn around and look elsewhere. Let's go ahead and line up our next one. Let's go ahead and hedge our bets. Let's just hedge our bets, And that way, you feel like you're protecting yourself. Well, my current relationship's not working, but I met somebody that's really amazing and awesome. But listen, that's the most shitty practice that you can put into your life. Because let me tell you what you're doing. It's not just you treating somebody else as disposable. You're treating yourself as disposable. We can't operate where we're constantly just overlapping people. Just throw one away, grab another one. Throw one away, grab another one. If you exercise that in your life, you you are practicing a very degraded version of a value system. You don't want anybody to do that to you. If you've ever been cheated on, lied to, and then just kind of cast aside, and you go and you look at that person that you were with, and they're with somebody else, like literally like days later, or even the same. It's a horrible feeling, isn't it? I've had that happen to me, so I'm speaking from experience, not just some research topic. I've had this happen. I've been treated as disposable before. I've helped out so many people that have been treated as disposable. And guess what? That percentage, that number, it's not lessening. It's growing. It's growing. It's becoming the normal way to do things. It's becoming that normal mindset. It's so damaging. It hurts us, and it hurts you to the core. And sometimes, too, I've seen really good people just get thrown away. And sometimes what the person that does the throwing away doesn't realize is the immense damage that they're causing to another human being, and for no reason. For no reason. Because all it takes is sitting down and having some proper communication. But even today, we lack in communication. We lack in that process of being able to sit somebody down and say, hey, I don't want to hurt you. But I'm not in the same place, I don't think, that we were. I think it's time. I want you to go and move on and be happy, and I'm going to go and move on and be happy, because I don't want to do this in a negative. I don't want to hurt you, but this is where I'm at. Being honest, communicating. Listen, I can count. I can count on 2 fingers the amount of people in my life that have ever shown me that level of respect as a human being. 2. Now, I know that I've sat people down before and had that conversation. Was it easy? No. But was I able to walk away from it feeling healthy? I mean, feeling like I at least was honest. I at least communicated. And yes. And it hurts sometimes because, you have people that you thought it was going to work, and it didn't. And this isn't just romantic relationships. This could be friendships, too. Sometimes you connect up with friends that they're just toxic. So in your brain, you're like, this door's got to close. I got to close this door. And you might handle that a little differently, obviously. You don't owe every single person a big, huge sit down and all that. But you just say, hey, you can distance yourself. You say, hey, you know what? I wish you all the best of luck in your life. My world's kind of taking a different direction. So just, you probably won't be able to reach me much, and say, but I wish you the best. And then you carry on. But ghosting people, blocking people, no communication, no understanding. I was in a relationship last year, and I uprooted my life twice for that relationship. Like I was committed. Like I really did. I believed in the love that was there. And that relationship was one of the big relationships where I was treated as disposable. I didn't matter. And they literally were with somebody within a week. I had to personally go through some stuff with that. I had to go through something like, dude, I'm not a terrible person. I'm not a terrible person. I mean, really, these are some of the thoughts. We're all human beings. I mean, I'm human too. I've had people be like, you're a psychologist. You know how to deal with all this stuff. No, I'm still human, and I still feel too. But I had to really sit with that. I did. I sat with it for a little while. And I had to go through that process of like, this is not all on me. I was not treated as disposable because I am disposable. I was treated as disposable because that person had a very unhealthy aspect about their mentality. and how they treat people. And it's also because they had been treated that way so many times in their past because they operated poorly, didn't know how to communicate. So they built that routine. That's what was normal to them. You know, catch and release, catch and release, catch and release. That's the mentality. How many people do you know in your life that have been the catch and release mentality? You know, cast it away, grab another one, cast it away, grab another one. We're not pieces of trash, people. We're human beings. We all have a heart. We all have a life. We all have a past. We all have emotions. We all want to be loved. We all want to be happy. And there's just so many people, though, that go around and just hurting others for no reason. Some of it comes down to just maturity. They're just not mature. They are emotionally infants. Emotional infants. And it's sad. And we have to grow past that. I want to share one more thing that I wrote. It's short. And I want to open the stage if anybody would like to come up and share with me for a minute. But really listen to this. It might sound a little harsh to some of you, but it's not. Let's just give this a listen. Stop. Just stop. So many people lonely and torn down from past actions of people, life, and events. However, it's mostly people against people. The abuse we put ourselves through on top of what we put others through. There's a limit for everyone on both ends. There is a limit and a point when it must stop, or you will inevitably destroy yourself or someone else or both. Then there's the point when the pain or depression or stress of it all becomes so overwhelming that you lose the line of focus and reason. You lose sight of logical and healthy. Even when those around you who try and help and reach out to you, you push them away. That is rock bottom, my friend. And below that is a misery that you don't want, need, or deserve. So stop, breathe, make a new plan if the current one isn't working. Change your atmosphere. If the story of your life has turned from a fairy tale to a horror novel, then rip that fucking book apart and start with some brand new paper and some new ink and start writing some beautiful new chapters, because there is a beautiful story inside of every single one of us. And there is. We are all a beautiful story. Rick, Anna, Elizabeth, we are all a beautiful story. And the past harmful actions of other people don't define your story right now, because you're the editor and author of your life. You get to decide where you're going to go. You get to be on point of your goals. You are the creator of your future. Hold on to the beautiful person as you are. Don't let somebody else take that away. Don't embrace the negatives of somebody else. Don't embrace the emotional immaturity of other people. You protect you, because we are all valuable. We are all beautiful. We all deserve the best in our lives, not the worst. We are not disposable pieces of trash. We are beautiful human beings with our own story and our own uniqueness and our own creativity. And that is what makes our human connectivity and our interactions a beautiful thing, if we treat each other as valuable, precious things. So we honor and respect every person's life and understand that we all do not have the same heart. So we have to be delicate. We have to be mindful. We've got to show some respect into that. That's what I have for you today. I hope you're able to pull something from this. I hope you're able to take something away from this. And, aim higher. Always aim higher. Be above that. Don't be below that. Don't treat others below than. Guys, I hope that you have a blessed and amazing rest of your Wednesday. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I invite you to please come back here tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. And I look forward to it. I enjoy these shows. I enjoy connecting with you guys and being able to sit down and go over some of these topics, because my goal is that I want you to be happier, be healthier, and be you. Love you guys and appreciate you so much. Till next time, be happy, be healthy.